If you didn't know, IO announced the sequel to Hitman Season 1, and at the same time, they released Hitman Sniper Assassin as a pre-order bonus. And this was late last week, so I'm a bit late to the party as I was waiting for a promo code from Warner Brothers. But I got it, and I just played Sniper Assassin for 2 to 3 hours, and I'm not sure I'm gonna be playing it much more than that. So during that time I got to mastery level 7 out of 20, and I didn't touch the co-op mode at all, but I still think I got a pretty good idea of what the game is about. Compared to the previous Sniper missions, it's a lot closer to Sniper Challenge, which was the Absolution pre-order bonus, than it is to the Vector, which was the Colorado Sniper mission from Patient Zero, and I think that's a huge shame, because the reason why I really like the Vector, and I know I'm in the minority, is that if you started the Vector by killing the main target immediately with an explosion, the other 4 randomized targets would panic and try to flee, and you were forced to improvise a plan every time you played. And I thought that was really fun and kept things fresh. But I do get why people didn't like the map, because if you just listen to Diana talk and figure out who the targets are based on that, yeah, it does get old and boring really quickly. I also wouldn't want a randomized stuff like that to become the norm in Hitman, but for the Vector I think it works really well, and that mission turned out to be way more fun and replayable than I expected. And as for why I didn't like Sniper Challenge, that was because after getting Silent Assassin in it, I felt like there really wasn't much worth doing in it. I mean, you had challenges, but I didn't find them fun or interesting. And going for high scores, well, that's not really my thing, something like this anyway. And the score was tied to a multiplier, and in order to get a higher multiplier, you had to complete challenges to increase it permanently. So you were stuck with those crap challenges anyway. But yeah, Sniper Assassin, I think, has the same problems as Sniper Challenge. And I think they're actually worse in Sniper Assassin, unfortunately. Because after the initial Silent Assassin playthrough, there's not that much interesting stuff to do. It likes Sniper Challenge, it does have the challenges, but the only one that I thought was at all interesting was the one where you have to hide the bodies of the targets, which makes sense even in a Silent Assassin playthrough. But yeah, that was cool. I like that one. Aside from that, though, the assassination challenges were either really generic or really tedious. Like, kill 3 targets with electrocution in 30 seconds. Okay. It does take a bit of planning, but I wouldn't call that memorable or interesting. And then you have the absolutely insane challenges that at worst make you wait for over 10 minutes for some special event to take place. And 10 minutes is a lot when you're playing a game where you're stuck in a sniper's nest with next to nothing to do. No thank you. I value my time more than that. And then you have the other type of challenges, the feats, which I think don't belong in Hitman, but they belong in hidden object games. Because most of them are about shooting some random stuff that's hidden somewhere on the map, like shoot 10 rubber ducks, or shoot 10 pigeons, or shoot 6 garden gnomes. And my absolute favorite, shoot 47 pots. 40 fucking 7 pots. That's not a challenge, that's busy work. No thank you. Okay, so I think the challenges are a bit crap. So how about just going for high scores? Well, same thing repeats from Sniper Challenge. There's that fun permanent multiplier that increases as you complete challenges. And it's not just the multiplier that the challenges affect, or rather, it is the multiplier that's affecting your ability to unlock stuff, because the new mastery system is no longer tied to completing challenges and getting mastery points. Instead, you get your mission score, and that increases your mastery level. And you want to increase your mastery level even if you don't care much for score, because that unlocks better parts for your sniper rifle and special ammo and that sort of thing. So even if you just want to optimize the way you complete the mission and get better at it, you still want to have those parts and have that mastery, and that requires either getting a high multiplier and then grinding the mission a bit like that, or not completing the challenges, having a low multiplier and completing the mission a lot of times. And either way, it just feels like it's a grind for the sake of grinding, and I just don't see the point in any of that. Oh yeah, the definition of Silent Assassin is once again changed, like with every Hitman game, and as usual, the game doesn't bother telling you what the requirements are or when you lose Silent Assassin. Funnily enough, I think Absolution is the only one to get that right. But yeah, from what I gathered, the most important thing is that you are not allowed to have any alarms. And there's actually one pretty nice improvement regarding that. Because in Season 1, if you had two targets in the same room and you shot one of them, the other one would spot the body, and you would get penalties for noticed kills and bodies found. But in Sniper Assassin, instead there's like a few second timer, and during that you can shoot the other target as well and contain the situation, keeping your score. And I think that's a really good system that should have been there from the beginning of Season 1, honestly. Better late than never. There is, however, a downside to that as well, because if any NPC sees any dead body, doesn't matter how that body got there, whether it was an accident or not, and that timer runs out, there will be a map-wide alarm, which kind of ruins the whole concept of accidents, in my opinion. I mean, I always thought that the point was that you can leave the bodies out in the open to be found and get away with it, but with this system you can't do that. Maybe it's a scoring thing, since I think you get a bit more points for using an environmental kill compared to just using a headshot and hiding the body over a ledge or something. But it just seems counterintuitive to me. But hey, it's not all bad. For one, there's a wall-piercing ammo again, so that's very nice. And that containing situation thing that I mentioned is a very nice improvement that I welcome. Plus, there's the whole thing about this having co-op, which is pretty damn awesome, because I wasn't expecting to ever see Hitman in co-op, and I think it could work really well. But like I said, I haven't had a chance to try it yet, and I don't really think this mission would benefit much from co-op. But I'm really glad to see IO looking into it. And not expecting to see it in the main missions, but this is definitely an interesting development. I'm looking forward to seeing more about that. Yeah. Conclusion, I think Sniper Assassin is pretty disappointing. And this is supposed to be a game mode in the next Hitman, I believe. And I really hope they don't go this route and just look more into the vector, because I just don't get this mode. I don't see the appeal at all. So yeah, those are my first impressions on Sniper Assassin.